Folks, welcome to Fifth Street Sports Soccer here on FifthStreetSports.com. I'm Nick Eber along with Nick Webster. This is the last of our episodes of our World Cup preview. This episode, we're going to look at some dark horses. We're going to pick out some real good values for you as you bet the World Cup. And when you do that, we recommend highly you go to betanysports.eu, sign up online at betanysports.eu right now. Use the affiliate code Fifth Street and get a 50% bonus on your deposit up to $1,000. All right, Nick Webster, let's kick it off, shall we? We're looking for some difference of opinion. Let's be a little contrarian. Let's put our collective minds together and come up with some picks. Let's start with Group A. The prevailing wisdom here, Nick, is Uruguay, Russia coming out of the group. I think absolutely Uruguay is going to come out of the group. But I see Egypt coming out in second out of this group. I think the Russian team's potentially an absolute mess. How do you see it?
Yes, I don't fancy the Russian team either. I think Hector Cúper, the manager of Egypt, has got an outstanding track record. He really knows how to build a very solid unit. And of course, up front, Egypt possess one of the best players in the world. The question is, has Mo Salah recovered in time after his Champions League injury where he's dislocated his shoulder? Right now, he looks very happy in practice. Is he ready for the big game environment? I'm not sure. But if he is, I think this Egypt team has the potential to surprise a lot of people. And just so your viewers and listeners know, back in 2004, a team called Greece won the European Championships. They were absolute no-hopers. So anything can happen. And if you have a great striker, you can win games.
Right, so at plus 155, folks, dark horse, we like Egypt. That's to get out of the group, not to win the World Cup. That's to get out of the group. Great odds there. Let's go down the next group, Group B. If you listen to the previous episode, we were talking about some of the issues going on. This is the Iberian group. Look, folks, Portugal and Spain are getting out of this group. We don't see Morocco or Iran really doing anything this tournament. The question is, who's first, who's second? Right now, great value, especially after turmoil at the managerial level in Spain. You can listen to the Spanish press, blow it off as nothing. I don't think it's nothing, folks. Portugal, though, plus 205 to come out on top of this group. And, Nick, I think that's great value right now. I'd take that.
Oh, that's absolutely fantastic. And, you know, the wonderful thing about this Iberian battle is the players know each other so well. And, you know, the texts are flying back and forth right now. Whatever the Spanish press like to say, and I'm with you, they're trying to blow it off as not a big deal. And, of course, that's what you're going to do. It's 2 days before their opening World Cup game, and you've just canned the manager. Spain are a team in turmoil. Portugal will take advantage. And like you said, they're great value to win the group.
All right, let's move along. Group C, France, Denmark, Peru, Australia. No huge surprise here. The French team, look, folks, again, last segment, dark horse. I think the French team is potentially a dark horse to win the World Cup. If things go right for them, if they start firing on all cylinders, they are every bit capable of winning the World Cup. And I can look and tell you what the odds of France winning the World Cup are. Some great value there. France right now, currently, plus 645 to win it on betanysports.eu. Definitely put a little money there. France fully capable of surprising. Right, Nick?
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is a team that just has so many attacking options. And to be fair, they're not bad defensively as well. I think there isn't anybody who wouldn't take one single French player. But I do like this Denmark team. Yeah. You know, I think they have the ability to be a bit of a dark horse. With Christian Eriksen, they have one of the preeminent midfielders in all of world football.
And Paulson up in the midfield, yeah.
If he can get ticking. But the great thing about the French team is when things are going their way, it's fantastic. However, I've been at World Cups. I was there in 2002 where they flamed out as the defending champions. I was there in 2010 where the squad actually went on strike. So if things aren't going their way, they go down the toilet. Denmark could take advantage.
Yeah, the other thing is, Nick, there are some characters when everything is good with the French team. They are fantastic, but you got to look at guys like the likes of Paul Pogba. If he's not getting what he seems is the love and respect he wants, he could be a cancer in the locker room. It's going to be interesting to see. He's certainly one of those players who is really needing a big World Cup to boost his career and to set him off like a booster rocket into the stratosphere of football stardom. He's hoping to have that. If he does have that, Nick, I like France to go potentially all the way. You're right, I like Denmark. Australia, though, also capable of coming out of this group as runners-up, although unlikely. But at 395, maybe it's worth a little exploratory bet. Okay, let's go to D. Argentina, Croatia, Nigeria, Ireland. Argentina are not a team, a dark horse by any stretch of the imagination. I like in this group Nigeria and Croatia. Croatian team is, I think, Nick, I read that they are the tallest team in the tournament, and I'm not surprised. But I like this Nigerian team. They could really have some surprises. They're strong, they're athletic, and they are going to be. They're not going to be respected coming into this group, and they could surprise, much like the U.S. surprised Portugal way back in 2002. They don't have massive names. They got Iheanacho from Leicester up front, Victor Moses, and Alex Iwobi, probably the players that you know about. But they are a good team. Oh, and they have Wilfred and Ndidi too. But they're a good team. I think they could do it, Nick. How about you? They could come out of this group.
Well, I think that there's always one of the African teams that jumps out and surprises everybody. Looking at the five right now, I think Nigeria probably, along with Senegal, the bright hopes for Africa to get into that quarterfinal and perhaps a semi-final. It's never happened before. Why shouldn't it happen here? But they do have to get past the Croatia team, and I really like this talented squad. Playmakers everywhere. The only knock on Croatia is they're a little long in the tooth. But you know what? When it comes to tournament play, experience is always a factor.
Yeah. And the thing about the Croatian team is what lives in the Croatian team is the engine room that wins championships in Spain and in Europe. Excuse me. So think about that. Croatian team's very good. All right, I'm choking here, Nick. I'm choking because our picks are so tasty. I just can't control myself.
I see you, Nick. Please don't choke, though, because I want you to be around to spend all that lovely money we're about to win.
I'm going to try. All right, I don't see much value in Group E. Brazil, Switzerland, Serbia, Costa Rica. Going to move right along from that. Group F, though, interesting. Germany, Mexico, Sweden, South Korea. Mexico are the favorites to come out of that group as runners-up. But Nick, do not undervalue and underestimate Sweden at plus 120. I know, the days of Swedish flair are long gone. This is very much a workmanlike team. But, any country that gives you ABBA, who knows, Nick? Who knows?
Listen, this is what I know about Sweden. They always find a way to get out of the group. It doesn't matter. I've seen the Swedish team in the group of death on 2 occasions, and guess what? They've won the bloody group. So this is a team. It's about the collective with the Swedes. It's not about the superstar because Zlatan isn't here. Zlatan isn't going to take away all the attention. Okay, so now they can really come together as a group. Gianni Anderson has done a fantastic job. They're ranked 23rd, which isn't too bad, and they like a nice 4-4-2. They're going to be solid. They're going to be tough to beat, and don't be surprised if they come out of this group.
All right, there's a dark horse pick for you there. Let's go to G. Belgium, England, Tunisia, Panama. If you listen to our last preview we did, where we looked at sort of favorites, England, Belgium were at the tail end of that list. There is value, though, in England coming out top of this group at plus 115. They're entirely capable. I don't want to belabor this point very much. There's not much else in this group value-wise, I would say. Group H, though, Nick, this is the one that I think is fascinating. Colombia, who on their day, let's face it, could be a world-beating team. Poland, who are technically very, very good, very strong, very efficient. Senegal, who have some flair, and a gentleman named Mane up top who's capable of changing matches on his own. Who knows anything about the Japanese team? Nick, for me, Senegal coming out of this group in second place represents a value at plus 125. on betanyesports.eu. They are not the favorite. Poland is at plus 170 to come out of that group, but the minus 180. Excuse me, that wouldn't be a value then. Minus 180. I like Senegal, Nick. I'm not sure they're going to come out, but again, if I'm spreading my bets around, I'm going to put some money there.
Well, Aliou Cissé, the coach, has been widely criticized for his negative tactics. However, negative tactics can get you out of the first round in the World Cup. Remember this, folks. If you lose the first game of the World Cup, you're practically done, okay?
Yeah.
So I would imagine Senegal will look at that first game, they'll get the tie, and like you mentioned, they have money up front, and money is capable of doing the unexpected. The unexpected gets you out of the groups. I think Senegal is fantastic value, and along with Colombia, coached by Jose Pekerman, they have Hamas up front, who really set the World Cup alight in 2014, and that huge money move to Real Madrid on the strength of it.
Yeah.
He's still got plenty to prove, and I imagine him and Falcao, they're going to have a field day in this group and score a lot of goals.
All right. Folks, that's our World Cup preview. We are done with it. Enjoy the World Cup. Go back, listen to episodes 1 and 2 of our preview if you didn't get them for some of these picks and some of these recommendations. We'll be betting along with you throughout the World Cup, and most importantly, we will be with you. Our regular show, Fifth Street Stocker on Sports Byline SB Nation Radio, is on Fridays, but we will be bringing you World Cup show every day, Monday through Monday through Monday through Monday through Monday, till World Cup's over and we have a final. And then we might take a little holiday. All right, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. Check out all the other videos here at fifthstreetsports.com. Don't forget to visit our good friends at bentleysports.eu and get that 50% bonus on your deposit up to $1,000 by entering just the affiliate code Fifth Street. For me, Nick Ebert, my co-host Nick Webster, enjoy the World Cup.